Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in live to the Waterbury Career Academy Gymnasium for a conference matchup in the Naugatuck Valley League between two schools from different cities. We have the St. Paul Catholic Falcons out of Bristol taking the trip down to the heights of Berkeley Heights to face the Waterbury Career Academy Spartans. Both teams with up and down seasons looking to build some momentum going into the postseason, which will begin within the next couple of weeks here in the city and throughout as March quickly approaches and we turn the corner and the page from winter into spring slowly but surely, of course. But these two teams look to get some momentum going in the right direction, but we're less than a minute away from tip. We'll come back after the introductions and the anthem for the start of this matchup. Again, this is Waterbury Career Academy versus St. Paul Catholic. We'll come back. This is DET Sports Media, Waterbury Boys High School Basketball on YouTube.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Waterbury Career Academy for today's basketball matchup between the visiting St. Paul Falcons and your Waterbury Career Academy Spartans. Prior to the game, we'd like to remind all spectators that the CIAC and NVL require us to maintain high standards of sportsmanship and appropriate conduct towards players, other spectators, and officials. Also, all student athletes support a positive and encouraging environment. Lastly, we ask all athletes and spectators to abide by the indoor mask requirement by covering your nose and mouth. Thank you. At this time, to honor America, please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. Now, today's starting lineups. First for the visiting Falcons. Number 2, Ben Bociccio. Number 10, John Gaffney. Number 15, Jamie Leggett. Number 25, Matt O'Mary. And number 35, Eric Suzio. And now, for your Waterbury Career Academy Spartans, number 3, Jason Kennedy. Number 12, Sonny Pierce. Number 2, Zaire Lott. Number 30, Drew Williams. And number 24, Carlos Kelly.
So that concludes the introductions for both teams. Starting 5 for both: Ben Bociccio, John Gaffney, Jamie Leggett, Matt Palmieri, and Eric Suzio for the visiting Falcons of St. Paul Catholic. Rounding out the starting five for the Spartans of Waterbury Career Academy: Jason Kennedy, Sonny Pierce, Zaire Lott, Drew Williams, and Carlos Cali will get things started for the Spartans. So both teams huddle up one last time to get their final strategies in, as the officials await at midcourt John O'Sullivan, Michael Gambardella, a veteran officiating crew of over 40 years combined between the two, will keep order on the court today as the teams now set the stage. St. Paul in the road blue with red letterings, and Career Academy in the white with gold letterings. Orders are shouted out. The ball is up and the tip is won by St. Paul, as they will walk it up now, as Matt Palmieri attacks the defense first, goes right all the way around, hockey style, underneath the basket. Now they swing it around the horn. Pull-up jumper from the top of the key is good. So Jamie Leggett, first points of the night for either team, is now back the other way. Comes Career Academy. As they swing it around, Lott ends up getting it to Williams, who surveys the floor as they swing it around. Thinks about the three-ball attempt was Kennedy, who now gets it to Williams. Floater from the baseline is good. So Drew Williams gets things started for the Spartans now, quickly back the other way as St. Paul. Pressure man-to-man defense by Career Academy, and the ball is stolen by Cali. Gets it up ahead to Williams. Williams draws the contact up, unable to finish on the layup. But he will draw the foul. Foul on Matt Palmieri, his first, team's first of the game as well. As now Williams will head to the line for two. So back and forth action early, not even a minute off the clock. Both teams getting in on the scoring action as the first free throw is up and good for Williams. As now the players take their respective spots on the block. Second shot is up and good, so able to connect on the pair. And the lone scorer gives the Career Academy the 2-point lead early on, as St. Paul works it around into their offense, tries to go back door, kicked away, and Lott pushes it back the other way. Wild pass up and turned over. So bad decision there on the break. Turns it right back over to St. Paul, who will get possession back. So Leggett walking it up now, gets it off to Pachicho, who tries backdoor again. Nice Princeton offense. However, a shuffling of the feet by Leggett results in another turnover for St. Paul. So nice play trying to go back door, take advantage of the over-aggressive man-to-man defense by Career Academy, but a little bit too antsy on the steps, as now Williams, running point, gets it over the Lott. Man-to-man defense for St. Paul, it would seem. No, it looks like it's a 2-1-2 defense, so skip pass into the corner now. As Kennedy surveys back around, Williams ends up getting it elbow extended. Kennedy up top, no opening. Pump fake, Pierce now gets it to Cali. Cali waits in the corner. No shot clock, so they have all day, but this zone not giving any openings. Career Academy will be resorting to the three soon enough, as Lott now fires up, no good, long, and the rebound comes down to Eric Suzio. Is wide open underneath the basket, up and in, and able to draw the contact. It was number 10, John Gaffney, who connects on the lay-in.
Spartans foul number 3, Jason Kennedy.
Kennedy for Career Academy picks up the first team foul for the Spartans. As now John Gaffney will head to the free throw line. Chance for a three-point play and to take the lead, all with one shot. High arcing shot is up and good for Gaffney. That's 3 for him, 5 for the team, and a 1-point lead for St. Paul as they wait back in this zone. Sort of a hybrid 2-3-2-1-2, depending on where the defense ends up. Is now Kennedy kicks it outside. 3-ball up and good for Sonny Pierce. So first 3-ball of the night is good for either team. Second attempt, I should say, for Career Academy and for both teams. As a jab step now, St. Paul trying to find some space inside the paint. Kick out, 3-ball attempt short. Offensive board though, another crack at it, tries again. This one's long, but another offensive board. As they whip it around inside, Suzio with it, waits, looks to back in the smaller defender, but held up well was Williams. As now Bachicho gets it around the logo, and he'll reset the offense. So a third try this trip for the Falcons. Career Academy in their man-to-man defense. St. Paul weaving it around. Suzio up top, far from the basket in his comfort zone, looking for something. Ends up getting it up top. They swing it around again. Williams waits. Good defense up top, not finding any openings. Or St. Paul tries a 3-ball way off, no good. Offensive board, Suzio pump fakes, blows the layup, but another offensive board up and good this time for Jamie Leggett. So Career Academy now knotted up, 7 apiece. As now another pull-up 3 attempt is up and good again. So Kennedy connects on 3, quickly back the other way. St. Paul, no good. Rebounded by Callie, pushed up ahead. Kennedy runs out of space. That should have been a goaltend. Let's see. I don't know if they're going to call a foul here or what. But the lay-in was no good. Backboard shook. But a foul on Matt Palmieri, his second, team's second. It's to the free throw line. Drew Williams will go. He got fouled on the putback. St. Paul fortunate that bucket didn't count either. So the first free throw's up and good. So Williams remains perfect from the charity stripe. It's a couple of substitutions now for St. Paul. Checking in, Logan Rembrish for the first time. Also number 3, Makai Petaway for the Falcons. Now the second free throw's up and rattles in and good for Williams. So perfect from the 3-throw line is Drew. St. Paul working it around up top. Man-to-man defense waits. No openings early on as they try to go back door again. Nothing doing. As Petaway now receives it at the top of the key. Drives in, no space, kicks it back out. As Rembrish now pulls it back out to Survey, gets it back over to Bochicho, who tries to cross over, nearly loses it. Double team now. Rembrish hesitates, has an opening, floats it up in the paint, no good. Fight for the board, but Lott comes down with it, and they look to push. A couple numbers if they hurry, but nothing. Kennedy gets to Lott. Lott connects that time on the 3-ball. So Career Academy opens up to an 8-point lead with 3:04 to play in the first quarter. St. Paul does not like what they see, so they will call a 30-second timeout to try to regroup. But again, 15-7 the score early on, 3:04 to play in the first quarter. We'll take a quick break as well. This is DET Sports Media on YouTube. So back we come as the huddles break. St. Paul will keep possession 90 feet from the basket is where they'll inbound it. As Leggett inbounds it to Rembrish, who gives it right back to him as he'll come back and survey the man defense by Career Academy that waits on. St. Paul into their sets, nice pick and roll, but the ball is tipped away. Suzio kicks it out, driving in, nice right-handed layup finish, up and in. So Jamie Leggett leading scorer for St. Paul, up to 6 out of their 9 points right now. Back the other way, Career Academy. Williams plays catch outside with Kennedy, but a foul up top 30 feet from the basket. Foul is on number 3, Mackay Petaway. That's his first, team's third. So 3 here in the first quarter for Career Academy. Ball quickly inbounded. Lott tries the high arcing 3 air ball, but Williams comes down with the offensive board. Inside to Callie, who looks to spin. Gets it to Kennedy. Now Pierce kicks it out to Lott. Lott tries the corner 3 again. That one around and out. And St. Paul with the rebound. Back the other way if they push. Bachicho now waits, gets it to Suzio, and they swing it around the horde. Rembrish goes middle. Bachicho driving. The hero from the other night hit a game-winning 3 late. He now dishes it off, no good. Quickly out ahead, Lott with the run out and able to connect on the finish. So Zaire Lott, 5 points on the night. Lead is 8 for Career Academy, under 2 minutes to play. Is now St. Paul working it around just on the perimeter note, though, unable to find any opening. And another steal here. Sonny Pierce driving, able to finish up and through the contact. Sweet move there by Sonny Pierce. With Mackay Petaway picking up the 2nd foul on the day. Leads up to 10, a couple of substitutions, both teams. Out of the game comes Petaway. Dan Gaffney now for the Falcons checks in for him. As now Pierce will head to the line for the 3-point play attempt. Carmelo Mojica checking into the game for the first time for Career Academy as the free throw's up and no good, so unable to finish on the 3-point play. Suzio comes down with the board. And back the other way comes St. Paul. Pump fake now. Up top, still no space in that defense. As a long 3-ball attempt is up, no good, misses right. And a board by Callie. Comes down with it, he'll look to push himself. Good ball movement here. Lott pump fakes, gets the 3-ball up and good. So Zaire Lott, leading scorer for Career Academy, up to 8 now. Lead is 13 as we're under a minute to play. Foul on the hands by Mojica. So he checks into the game, picks up the foul. As well as a side out. There's a couple of substitutions. Again, Lionel Laguerre coming in for St. Paul. And also John Gaffney checking in for the 2nd time tonight. St. Paul side out, gets it into the post extended in the corner. Nice bounce door pass, and looks like we have an offensive foul. Throwing a bow there and getting caught. Let's see, that's Jamie Leggett on the foul. A little too aggressive on his hop step. Catches the defender in the chin, able to absorb it and keep possession now as the defense extends out a little bit for St. Paul. Trying to knock Career Academy off of their blocks a little bit. It's now under 50 to play. Pierce will survey. Looks to find some space, tries to sneak it inside to Jaden Bracey, who's checked in for the first time for Career Academy. And unable to, results in the turnover. Just over 30 seconds to play, trailing 13, St. Paul trying to get a late bucket here to cut into the lead. So now we're under 20 to play. St. Paul just working it around the 3-point line, nothing inside. Relentless defense from Career Academy, smothering the ball handler at every turn. So now we're under 10 seconds to play. ISO up top. Crosses over right. Pump fakes now. Gets the 3-ball up. No good off the back heel. Fight for the board. And that will do it at the end of 1. Career Academy, dominant first quarter, led mostly by defense, but a nice balance of offense as well. 22 points for the Spartans, 9 for the visiting Falcons of St. Paul. Leading scorer, Zaire Lott for Career Academy, leading the way for the Spartans. So that's the end of 1, folks. We'll take a break and come back for the start of the second 8 minutes of the first half. This is DET Sports Media on YouTube. So the huddles break and the teams take the floor again. Career Academy. Early lead 13 now as the second 8 minutes starts up. As up top Williams will survey back into that zone, a 2-3 zone for St. Paul inside to Mojica. A lot of hands now. Nice cut inside. Williams unable to hit the layup. Fight for the board again. But eventually St. Paul comes down with it. Full court token pressure by Career Academy to try to slow up St. Paul as they come back the other way with it. Thinks about the 3-ball attempt, then pulls it back. Bounce pass inside. Now he'll think about taking it again, but settles for the pull-up jumper at the free throw line, but unable to come up. Big rebound by Williams. Pushing back the other way was Lott. Now gets it off to Jason Kennedy, who connects on the fast break layup. Another timeout for St. Paul. Coach cannot like the start of that quarter as a long offensive possession comes up empty for the Falcons, resulting in a quick fast break layup the other way for Career Academy. So a full timeout. We'll take a break as well. This is DET Sports Media on YouTube. Welcome back. Live from the Career Academy Gymnasium on the top of Long Hill near the north end of Waterbury, Connecticut. An interconference matchup, St. Paul Catholic trailing by 15 with 7:10 to go in the half to Career Academy. Only 2 players getting on the scoring sheet for St. Paul early versus 4 players with at least 5 points for Career Academy. As the pressure man-to-man defense causing fits for St. Paul, as there is 0 room in the paint for the Falcons as they've worked it around the perimeter this entire half now. Getting it into the paint, picks up the dribble, but Mojica, quick hands, looking to push again. Drives it in, right-handed layup, no good. Callie with the board, but he's fouled on the putback. So he'll head to the line for 2. Foul is on number 10, John Gaffney. That's his first. Team 6 of the next one. Career Academy's in the bonus. A couple substitutions for both teams set to check in at the scorers table as Callie settles. First free throw's up and no good, around and out. So still not on the score sheet is Carlos. Is checking in Sonny Pierce for Career Academy. Coming out is Zaire Lott. So a couple players check in for St. Paul. Jason Matthews, one of the players checking in. Second free throw's up and no good, so empty on the pair for Carlos Callie. It's now pull-up 3-point attempt, no good for St. Paul, but a big offensive board for Suzio as he gets his scoring campaign started and cuts into the lead, leads 13. Williams looks to push, ball tipped away and result in a turnover. So getting the ball back is St. Paul, checking out Jason Kennedy. Checking into the game, Sean Turner for the first time for the Spartans and Career Academy. Looking to stop some of this mini run by St. Paul as St. Paul drives in through contact, unable to finish the layup. Another offensive board by Suzio, but he can't finish, and Callie comes down with the board. Quickly back the other way, Career Academy. Williams finds some space, weaves in and out of the paint back up top. Thought about the give and go did Callie, but they don't. Swinging it around, open in the corner, 3-ball, air ball, no good. That time by Turner. And now quickly back the other way comes St. Paul, but the defense is back and waiting for Career Academy. Still in a man-to-man, nearly ran into the passing lane was Williams. 3-ball attempt is up, no good again, but Suzio camped in the paint, goes up, fouled on the putback, so he'll head to the line for 2. So the foul on Sean Turner, who just checked in the game. Team's third, so far from the bonus, 5:32 to play in the first half. Suzio steps to the line, 2 points on the night for Eric, the big man for St. Paul, as he settles up and no good off the back rim. As Zaire Lott checks back into the game for Sean Turner, who got a quick run before heading back to the Pine. It's now second free throws up and no good, long for Suzio, so empty on the last 4 free throw attempts, both teams. And quickly back the other way, Career Academy explosion to the rim. Nice acceleration for Drew Williams. He's up to 8 in the lead, back up to 15. St. Paul back the other way, the defense waits. Nice dish inside to Suzio, but he blows the layup. So nice dish there, nice no-look pass inside. Williams, lots of contact, gets his own miss. Goes up and in. So Andrew Williams, first player in double figures tonight. Ref issues a warning on the taunt by Williams, but still gets the points as Suzio takes a rest. Checking back in is Petaway for St. Paul. The lead up to 17. 5 minutes to play in the first half. Leading scorer Drew Williams with 10. And St. Paul unable to find any openings. Relentless pressure defense by Career Academy as Petaway looks to drive and kick. As they work it back outside, still no openings. Drives in. Now this Rembrish loses it. A fight for it, and Callie ends up coming up with it. Throws it to nobody in particular. Ends up at the scores table. Nobody touched it. And it'll come back to St. Paul. So a long offensive possession results in nothing, but they'll get another crack at it here.
Check into the game for the Spartans, number 3, Jason Kennedy.
So Kennedy checks back into the game for Career Academy. Driving left inside was Leggett. There's a wild pass up top. Rembrish handles it up by the logo. As he goes behind the back, slips on a wet spot. A fight for it, turned over, and Zaire Lott comes up with it. So now Kennedy waits. A man-to-man defense now, it would seem, for Career Academy, but Zaire Lott continues the hot shooting. Now he's the leading scorer for the Spartans. He's up to 11, and the lead's up to 20 just like that. So a floater inside the paint, no good. Callie comes down with the board, quickly up ahead. Kennedy receives the pass and hits on the lay-in. So Jason Kennedy extends the lead out to 22, 3:41 to play in the first half. Back door now, Rembrish. No opening, gets it inside. Petaway tries to squeeze it in there. He's met with a foul. So he'll head to the free throw line for 2, 4th team foul.
Spartans foul number 24, Carlos Callie, his first, team's 4th. On the line, shooting 2 for St. Paul, number 3, Petaway.
So Callie picks up his first foul on the night. 3:33 to play in the first half is number 3, Makai Petaway, empty on the first attempt. Couple of substitutions here as coach for St. Paul is trying to find anything to get a spark from his guys, as the lead has ballooned up to 33 points. Only 3 players seeing the score sheet for St. Paul. Only 11 points in the first half as the second free throw's up. Bounces off the back rim a couple times, no good. Pushing is Kennedy as he drives left, pulls up, and now kicks it back out to Williams. 3.5 to play. So Williams drives left, hesitation, muscles it up, almost gets his own board, but it's knocked away by Petaway. Rembrish receives it in the backcourt. He's looking to push inside now. Pump fake, a foul on Kennedy. That's his second. And to the free throw line, St. Paul will go.
Carlos Callie, his second, team's 5th. Goal line, shooting 2, number 15, Jamie Leggett.
So again, St. Paul trying to find anything. Nas Houston checking into the game for the Falcons as the free throw is up and good for Leggett. That's the first made free throw in 5 attempts for the Falcons. So good streak to end there for St. Paul as the second one is up and no good this time. So right back to where we were. Fight for it underneath. Held ball situation. A break for the Falcons as the arrow points their way. They will get an inbounds on the baseline. So Petaway receives the inbounds, drives left middle, and able to finish through contact is Makai Petaway for his first field goal of the night. quickly back ahead is Career Academy. Mojica thinks about, or sorry, that was Callie thinks about the jumper, but now Kennedy misses on the pull-up attempt. Quickly back the other way comes Pachicho as they swing it around. Petaway jab steps. Looks to go middle again on the smaller defender. Tries to finish through contact and will pick up the foul. Zaire Lott getting a little handsy inside. His first foul of the night, 6th foul on the team. So now the next foul will put either team in the bonus. As Petaway steps to the free throw line again for a chance at 2. The first is up and no good, so Makai Petaway 0 for the line so far in this game. As the lead is 19 at the moment. Second is up short, no good. And the rebound comes down to Sonny Pierce. He'll take it himself. Bounce pass inside to Williams. Off glass, up and good. As Andrew Williams was back as the leading scoring man for the Spartans with 12. It's now driving right up off glass, no good. Big rebound by Kennedy. He looks to push himself. Numbers for the Spartans inside to Williams, off glass again. And it's deja vu all over again for the Spartans. Another fast break lay-in for Williams. It's now off of the back heel of the rim, no good. It's blocked by his own teammate. Inside was Gaffney. And quickly back the other way, Euro step, loses control, blew a tire on the way. And turns it over with Sonny Pierce. A little out of control there as a couple of substitutions now. Lionel Laguerre checking in for St. Paul. Also checking in Matt Palmieri coming back in off the bench. It was again a 23-point lead, only 14 points scored here for St. Paul early. Looking to find something with a whole half to go, but situation getting dire as another bad pass turnover for St. Paul, turning it over. Is now inbounding it to Williams. He'll go the length of the court, met by man-to-man defense. As now he settles back into his zone. Williams weaves through the defense, drives and kicks. Short on the 3-ball attempt was Mojica. It's now inside, pump fake, get the defender in the air, up and in. As Jamie Leggett, leading scorer. A nice pass inside by Williams, but the layup was blown. That was a sweet pass, though, as back the other way comes St. Paul's. They play catch up top versus this man-to-man defense. Jab steps, now drives left, up through contact, unable to finish. 7th team foul on the Spartans will send Jamie Leggett to the line.
His first, team 7.
It's Javon Moraes. Picks up his first foul, 7th on the team. Again, Leggett, leading scorer for St. Paul, will head to the free throw line. The first is up and in as Leggett hits the double-figure mark with 10 now. Is checking back into the game, Eric Suzio in for Dan Gaffney.
Checking in the game for Spartans, number 23, Jaden Bracey.
This is Jaden Bracey checking in for the Spartans. The substitutions all over the place now. Jason Matthews checking in for St. Paul. Is now the second of the 2 free throws. It's finally up and in the air and rattles up, out, and in again for Leggett, who's up to 11, as the lead is 19 with just under a minute to play now for the Spartans. Pull-up jumper, up, rattles up, no good for Kennedy. Board by Matthews, who just checked into the game for St. Paul. He gets into the corner, drives baseline, hop step, picks up his dribble, kicks it outside, pump fake again, pulls it back, 39 seconds to play. Gets the pick, straightaway 3-ball attempt, no good. And the rebound out to Kennedy. He looks to push, numbers 3-on-2, drives left, off glass, no good. A fight for it. Suzio comes down with another board. Now gets it off to his guard, under 30 seconds to play, just over 20. It's now St. Paul, backdoor, read nicely by the defense. Lott able to get a hand on it. Got a foot on it, so it's 17 seconds to play. St. Paul will inbound it side out. fresh shot clock like it matters in the NVL, but they inbound it to the corner. Now driving middle, pump fake, kicking out. Tries to squeeze it into Suzio, but it's knocked away from Kennedy. 8 seconds to play. Kennedy looks to hold for the last shot. Williams drives in right, floater up a glass, no good. Ball is slapped away, and that will do it for the end of the first half. Strong first half by Waterbury Career Academy, coming out looking to run the visiting St. Paul Catholic Falcons out of Career Academy's gym. So end of the first half, 37-18 Career Academy, led by Drew Williams with 14 points on the afternoon. On the other end, Jamie Leggett leading the way for the Falcons with 11. We'll take a break for the half and come back for the beginning of the third quarter. This is DET Sports Media, boys high school basketball in Waterbury on YouTube. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, live from the Waterbury Career Academy Gymnasium at the top of Long Hill on the north end of Waterbury, Connecticut. A dominant defensive first half by the Career Academy Spartans as they jump out to a 19-point first half lead, being led by Andrew Williams with 14 points. Really a balanced scoring attack. A majority of it done by 4 players: Jason Kennedy, Sonny Pierce, Zaire Lott, and the aforementioned Drew Williams. On the other end of the ball, a little less balanced. Leading scorer Jamie Leggett, only player in double figures for the Falcons of St. Paul, with 11 points. Also on the score sheet, Makai Petaway, John Gaffney, and Eric Suzio. So not much scoring, only 18 points in the first half for St. Paul, but the lead only 19. As quick as it can blow up, you can take it down piece by piece. So the snow squalls continue outside, but we have some action inside to warm us up here as the teams look to break the huddle as we get set for the second half of action in this conference matchup between these two teams. Career Academy really hot in their last few games, taking out Crosby less than a week ago. Continuing that hot streak, looking to get into the postseason on a high note. Is out of the half now. It looks like Career Academy will face a different defense from St. Paul, as well as a different lineup than they started the game with. Straight up man-to-man instead of a zone to try to pressure some mistakes out of Career Academy instead of just waiting back for something to happen. So a pull-up jumper, tough shot, no good by Kennedy. Offensive rebound, or a defensive rebound by Suzio, and back the other way comes St. Paul. They swing it around. Career Academy waiting back in their man-to-man defense, which is given fits for St. Paul, is nearly thrown away. Was that pass? Driving middle now. Nice lay-in up over the rim and in for Jamie Leggett. So Leggett doing all the heavy lifting here for St. Paul. A good start, though, for the half. Lead is 17, 7-11 to play in the third quarter, so not even a minute off the clock. And a nice anticipation there, steal, but stepped on the sideline was Makai Petaway. So Career Academy keeps possession on their side of the floor. So good anticipation, but unable to get the steal. Is now inbounding it is Pierce, and he'll get it back from Callie. Drives in off of the defender's contact, up and in. Sonny Pierce with a nice float. And that extends the lead back out to 19. Blocked up top, but looks like we have a foul call. Rough call there. Foul is on Jason Kennedy. That's his third foul, so that's a big one. First team foul of the half. Excuse me, that's his second, so that's my mistake in my book. But Jamie Leggett heading to the free throw line for 3 shots, so settle in. We're going to be here for a while. The first one's up. Line drive shot is good. So 14 on the afternoon for Leggett. Second one is up and good. So 2 of 2. Now time for the money ball. The third shot is up and good. So connecting on all 3 was Jamie Leggett. Lead is 16. Just under 7 minutes to play in the third quarter. And Pierce now the other way with it, picks up his dribble outside. Lott receives it in the corner, gets it to Callie. Callie then hands it off to Kennedy. Kennedy tries the long 3-ball attempt and connects. So Kennedy, the third Spartan in double figures now. Is back the other way. Comes St. Paul as they try to work it around, trying to find any space at all. And a foul inside by Carlos Callie. That's his second. A nice drive inside by Ben Bachicho. Excuse me, that was Jamie Leggett again on the drive. So Leggett, Mr. Do-It-All for the Falcons, need to do a lot more if they want to get back into this game. And so he'll go to the line for 2, and he continues his perfect free throw shooting in the second half by connecting on the first. Carmelo Mojica checking in for Cali, who picked up the foul a moment ago for the Spartans. Now the second shot is up and no good. So there goes the streak for Leggett. It's now quickly back the other way. Come the Spartans. Mojica thinks about it. Extra pass, corner three ball, no good long from Kennedy. Another rebound from Suzio. And St. Paul pushes the other way. Petaway loses the ball quickly up ahead. High flying Jason Kennedy on the lay-in on the fast break. Two more for him. He flied past the defender, and the lead is up to 20 again. So no openings for St. Paul. Back door, though, nice pass. Up through contact, no good. Offensive rebound, Eric Suzio able to finish. And the lead is 18 with 5:30 to play as Williams and Kennedy play catch in the backcourt. Double team now. Lott, no hesitation. Three ball rattles in and out. As now Petaway comes down with the board, looks to push himself, gets it over to Leggett. Leggett drives through three defenders, kicks it out. Lott comes up with the steal, though. Quick hands. 2-on-2. Slip pass to Williams. Lots of contact here as the players hit the ground hard. Both players helped up. And everybody seems to be okay, so that's good as the crowd applauds in approval. So Matt Palmieri, his third foul, took the brunt of that foul. So a lose-lose situation as Drew Williams heads to the free throw line after drawing the foul. Leading scorer for the Spartans misses on the first free throw attempt. As now coming out of the game, Palmieri. Checking back into the game is Rembrish. So Williams settles up and good. So Drew Williams up to 15 now on the afternoon, leading scoring man for the home Spartans. As again, the theme of today, no space, nothing quick for St. Paul. Everything is very laborious. As a nice pull-up jumper inside from Bochicho, his first bucket of the day for Ben, the hero from the other night. As the lead is 17 now, press is broken easily. Corner three ball up by Lott is good. So Zaire Lott, 14 on the night for him, or on the afternoon, I should say, is back the other way, working it around the horn. Good ball movement from St. Paul. Dribble is picked up, though, as he pirouettes around. Finds some space as Leggett in on the block. Couple of pump fakes up, no good on the layup. And Williams coming down with the defensive board. He looks to push himself. Corner. Lott, no good this time. Big offensive board from Williams. And Williams able to cash in on the putback over the outstretched arm of Eric Suzio. And the lead back up to 32. Or sorry, 22, my mistake. As another fight for it. Rembrish fights for it with Williams. A held ball situation. A couple of subs come in, and St. Paul will keep possession underneath. So Matthews checks back into the game for St. Paul. Also into the game, John Gaffney. It's a nice set play there inside. Gets the easy bucket for Leggett, who's the leading man for both teams now with 19. No hesitation, three balls up and good. So blink of an eye the other way. Jason Kennedy up to 15 on the night for the Spartans. Is back the other way. Leggett into the teeth of the defense, draws contact, heads to the free throw line, 4-2.
Spartans foul number 3, Jason Kennedy.
As Kennedy picks up his third foul with 3:25 to play, up 23 in this third quarter. So first shot is up and good for Leggett, who's up to 20 now on the afternoon. couple substitution. Lionel Laguerre in for St. Paul, and set the check in for St. Paul is number 12, Dan Gaffney, who's in for the shooter, Jamie Leggett, who will get a well-earned rest. But his team still trailing 21, 3:25 to play in the quarter. There's now quick acceleration up opposite hand. Sweet move, Sonny Pierce. Nice acceleration and finish there from Sonny. The lead back up to 23. As St. Paul working their tails off to try to find any kind of opening. 35 feet from the basket into their offense. Now finds an opening, pull-up jumpers up and good for John Gaffney. There's now another quick drive in, blocked this time though was Pierce. And Dan Gaffney now will walk across the timeline and get into the offense. It's now again 40 feet from the basket, double team, nearly loses it. Another fight for it. And we'll see what the call is. Another jump ball, and this time the arrow facing towards the Spartans bench, so they'll take possession away. So right in front of us, they'll inbound it at half court. Mojica gets the inbound, or gets the ball from the official and inbounds it across court to Sonny Pierce, who's up to 9 on the night. Crosses over right, corner lot, 3 balls up, no good this time. Another offensive board for Williams, fights through the contact and is able to finish. So Drew Williams up to 19, chance to make it 20. Fights through the contact in the paint. Big offensive board for the point guard. And he'll head to the charity stripe again for a chance to extend the lead out even further. It stands at 23 at the moment. As he's unable to hit on the free throw, remains at 19, lead remains at 23, 2:12 to play. Back the other way comes St. Paul. Into the corner, Rembrish now pulls it all the way out up top, 40 feet from the basket, 2 minutes to play. Now driving left, stolen away, nice hands by Mojica. Now gets it ahead to Pierce. Pierce on the catch, up and in. So Sonny Pierce, now the 4th Spartan in double figures, which is ironic because there's only 4 Spartans that have scored tonight. So a nice Euro step the other way through the lane. Foul on Sean Turner, just checked into the game. Excuse me, not on Sean Turner. My mistake, Carmelo Mojica picks up the foul. As to the free throw line, Jamie Leggett, who just checked back into the game a moment ago with a chance at a 1-and-1. With a chance to connect on the three-point play, and he does. So 23 now for Leggett, leading scorer on the day. As a transition 3-ball attempt for Mojica, no good. Another offensive board for Drew Williams, and he'll head to the free throw line for 2. Foul is on number 25, Matt Palmieri. That's his 4th foul in the 3rd quarter, so he'll likely take a break in a moment. As Williams, the leading man for the Spartans, receives the ball for the first free throw attempt. And he's unable to connect, so that elusive 20-point mark for Drew Williams awaiting him, as he'll get a second crack at it now. So the second is up and good. So Drew Williams, 20 on the night, lead is 23. 90 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. Leggett back the other way. Thinks about driving, then kicks. Nice play here is finally a player going towards the basket. Misses on the lay-in. Leggett on the offensive board gets rejected away. A break here through contact again. Drew Williams, no foul called, but he connects on the fast break lay-in. So now inside, Leggett gets it. Foul on the floor, though. A little bit too pushy with Sonny Pierce. He picks up the foul. Team's 5th. Lead 25, 66 seconds to play. There's a substitution now. Sonny Pierce picking up the foul again. Zaire Lott coming out of the game. Checking in, number 10, Javon Marias. Looks like we have some contact underneath. And just checking into the game, Marias. Second foul, picks up the foul. And guess who goes back to the line? Jamie Leggett, who, if he takes another trip to the line, is going to have to start paying rent soon. Able to hit the first free throw, so 24 on the night for him. Checking out of the game, John Gaffney coming back in. Makai Petaway for the Falcons. Now second shot settles, rattles, touches all of the rim and backboard, and goes in. So 25 for Leggett now. And in the blink of an eye, back the other way, Career Academy. Sonny Pierce fires the three, no good. And under a minute to play now. Leggett crosses over, comes middle, kicks now. Three-ball attempt is up, high-arcing shot, air ball. And quickly again the other way is Career Academy. Mojica on the breakaway gets his first bucket of the night. And the lead is 25 with 36 seconds to play. Now driving left middle, unable to finish on the lay-in attempt was Gaffney. A rough night. Ends up getting his own miss, though, after a couple of hands touched it. Gets it back and hits the three. So Dan Gaffney, first bucket of the night at three ball. The lead is 23. Now with 17 seconds to play, no rush for the Spartans. As they drive, throws it into the defender, though, so a turnover, 10 seconds to play. Leggett drives in, takes the contact, connects on the lay-in, no foul call, 4 seconds to play. Back the other way is Williams. Williams blocked by Petaway, and that will do it. So at the end of three, Career Academy maintains their lead at 21, 64 to 43, being led by Drew Williams, 22 points on the afternoon. 5 players on the score sheet, 4 of them in double figures for Career Academy. Putting it to St. Paul with 1 quarter to play, being led by Jamie Leggett, 27 points for the Falcon leading man. As we'll take a quick break, this is DET Sports Media on YouTube. Waterbury Boys High School Basketball. So the huddle's breaking right in front of us. Jamie Leggett will inbound it for St. Paul. Trailing by 21, final 8 minutes. So one last gasp for the Falcons. Look to swing it there with Suzio, but nobody home. As Career Academy waits back in their man-to-man defense, which has worked all game. Nice pass inside to Suzio, who connects on the bucket. So good start to the comeback campaign for St. Paul. It's now back the other way quickly. Lott puts an end to those thoughts. Zaire Lott, 17 on the evening or on the afternoon for Zaire, who's done a lot of his work from outside the perimeter, but if he's going to do it like that, might as well. Is now pressure defense by Career Academy. Sonny Pierce all up in the grill of Jamie Leggett. So that'll be the 17th foul. That'll put Leggett at the free throw line. There's a little miscommunication with the officials. Veteran official missed the foul count. So the front end of the 1-and-1 is up and in for Leggett, who just keeps pouring the points on. Really the only bright spot for St. Paul today. As now the second half of the 1-and-1 up and good. for Leggett. Lead is 20 with 7:15 to play. Williams now crosses the timeline along with Kennedy. Or sorry, that was Pierce. Kennedy with the ball now. A nice crossover inside, makes space, floats it up and in. So Jason Kennedy up to 17 on the afternoon. The St. Paul, nice pick and roll pass, a little bit too long off the outstretched, or out of the outstretched arms of Makai Petaway, but the official saw a tip happen. So the ball was deflected underneath. St. Paul will inbound it. Able to keep possession back, trailing by 22, so time starting to run out. Got to make something happen. A lot happen quick. It's in the corner, trapped, able to escape. Leggett mishandles the pass on the corner, able to weave through the defender, no good on the lay-in, and Kennedy comes down with the board, quickly up ahead to Pierce. Pierce pull-up three ball is good. So Sonny Pierce up to 14, transition three ball attempt, and it's a little early, but that might be the nail in the coffin. Is now Pierce with the steal, fouled in transition by Leggett. Frustration foul at half court. So that's their team's fourth. He's checking back into the game. Out of the game, Lionel Laguerre for St. Paul. As Dan Gaffney checking back in, so right in front of us will be inbounded by Sonny Pierce. As we get back into action, he receives it back. He tries to pull up, step back three, way off on that one, off a glass. Rebounded by Suzio. So now Bachicho over to Suzio. They swing it around. Eventually Petaway gets it. Now Gaffney back out to Bachicho. And who else but Leggett inside, gets his own miss. And spins around, gets the lay-in attempt. So Leggett doing all the scoring here in the second half, really, for St. Paul. Still trailing big by 23 with 5:47 to play. Zaire Lott creates some space, drives in, float off the rim, no good. Leggett with the board, looks to push, 2-on-1, pulls it back himself. Right-handed layup from the left side, and Jamie Leggett continuing to score, down 21 for his Falcons. Up to 33 on the afternoon for Jamie as we have a timeout on the floor. We'll take a break here as well. Full timeout for St. Paul, trailing 21, 5:35 to play. DET Sports Media on YouTube. So the Huddles break at 90 feet from their basket. Carmelo Mojica will inbound it. St. Paul sort of waits back, a little token pressure. See if they meet him at half court, which they do. Drew Williams, leading scoring man for Career Academy, drives in, now kicks it over to Kennedy. Kennedy crosses back over, tries to squeeze it inside to Callie, but it's knocked away. Quickly back the other way, pull-up jumper. Now thought about it, pulled it back, tried to reach it in there to Leggett, who saves it off of the chest of Lott. And St. Paul luckily keeps possession back after that botched break attempt. So now it's inbounded. Bachicho, three balls up and good. So Ben Bachicho, the hero from the other night for St. Paul, second bucket of the afternoon, up to 5 on the day for Ben. It's now Williams to Lott, three balls up and good. So Zaire Lott up to 20 on the afternoon. Again, all the damage from outside the three-point line is now Callie strips it away from Leggett. And back the other way comes Mojica over to Williams, dishes it quickly into the corner for Kennedy, unable to finish, but offensive board. Zaire Lott goes up, unable to finish on the putback, but he is fouled and will head to the free throw line. Foul on number 15, Jamie Leggett. So 3 fouls to go with his 33 points. 15 fouls. Zaire Lott heads to the free throw line for 2 to add to his total. First is up and no good. As now Lott rises up and hits the second free throw. So 21 on the day for Zaire. Is back the other way, Mr. Do-It-All, Jamie Leggett. Is now a 3-ball attempt, high-arcing shot for Bochicho, no good. Ball tipped around a bit. Suzio steps up to the third row, running out for it, unable to save it, and Career Academy takes possession back. So now Mojica inbounds it to Williams. No rush, 80 feet from the basket, will walk it into the defender Gaffney, who waits as now he crosses the timeline, accelerates, has an opening, pulls it back, reverses, unable to finish. Board comes down to John Gaffney, the other of the 2 Gaffneys, as he weaves through the defense coast to coast, now drives it outside, throws it to a lucky fan and turns it over. So just under 4 minutes to play, 3:59, 76 to 54, 22-point lead for Career Academy. As Williams walks it past the timeline now, backs into the defenders, pressuring him up top by that line. Pressure defense maybe a little bit too late, a little bit too handsy that time from Leggett. Better be careful, that is his 4th. So he draws the foul on Lott. So that's the 6th-team foul. Next one puts Career Academy in the bonus. So Mojica inbounds it in the backcourt to Kennedy, who's met by Baciccio. It's now Lott on the defender with 4 fouls, pulls it back. A lot of contact, so dangerous play there. But St. Paul able to keep possession, or take possession back, I should say, with 3:34 to play, trailing 22. So now Baciccio crosses the timeline, met by Zaire Lott. And Career Academy's man-to-man defense. Pull-up jumpers up and good. Sweet-looking shot there by Leggett. Up to 35 on the night. Cuts the lead to 20. Timeout St. Paul. 3:22 to go. We'll see if it's a full or a 30-second. And it's a full timeout, so we'll take a break here on DET Sports Media, boys. Waterbury High School boys basketball on YouTube. So welcome back to the Career Academy Gymnasium. The home Spartans lead by 20 points, 76 to 56 over the visiting St. Paul Falcons. While it's outside snowing, inside a flurry of scorers for Career Academy. 4 different players in double figures, 5 on the scoring sheet. It's now up top. Pierce looking to shake the defender. Ends up getting it into the corner. To Lott. Is unable to finish, but Carlos Cali, offensive rebound and putback, becomes the 6th Spartan to score today. There's now a nice rebound and save by Pierce, who gets it back from Cali. Crosses the timeline, under 3 to play. Crosses over right, floater off glass, no good. Thought there was some contact, no call, and back the other way comes Leggett, leading scorer on the night for both teams. Tries to go off glass, no good. Vertical defense there from Cali. Now up ahead, Williams misses the bunny. Suzio with the rebound. Now Career Academy retreats on defense now as Bachicho gets it over to Suzio and gets it back far side of the court. Now inside out game. Driving in off glass, in for John Gaffney. Second leading scorer for the visiting Falcons is a foul in the backcourt now on Dan Gaffney, his first foul, 7th on the team. So Drew Williams will walk to the free throw line for a 1-and-1 attempt. There's a couple of substitutions. Checking out of the game, presumably for the last time, Jamie Leggett and Dan Gaffney. Leggett leading scorer on the night. Chances are that will stay as is with 35 points as he heads to the bench. As now Williams settles in. Front end of the 1-and-1 rattles around and in. So the first free throw is good. He'll have a second attempt now. It's the second one in, no problem that time. 24 on the night for Drew, leading scorer for Career Academy. Quickly back the other way comes St. Paul. Down 22 with 2 minutes to play. Pull up straight away jumper, no good. That time for Bachicho. Alley-oop attempt up and in that time. Jason Kennedy with the deuce, and he's up to 19 on the night. Nice pass from just inside half court for the lay-in now. Now weaving up top is St. Paul. Bachicho picks up his dribble, gets it over to Suzio. Pump fakes back to Bachicho. Mid-range pull-up jumpers, good for Ben. It's now 22 points is where the lead stands, as the benches will empty. Substitutions will come in for the final 85 seconds of this afternoon NVL special.
St. Paul foul number 10.
As to the line, Sonny Pierce will be the lone starter to remain in the game. Coming in for them, for the Spartans, Jeremiah Williams, Dasani Yates. Check on the last number in a moment. Aiden Cross also coming into the game for the first time. And Jaden Bracey seeing some more action here late. It's now a final substitution out of the game will come Kennedy. And checking in to take us to the finish is Javon Marias. The St. Paul, Nas Houston coming into the game late. Also in Jason Matthews. Logan Laguerre. As Houston, a little bit of contact. Late whistle on Dasani Yates, who nearly knocked Nas Houston out of his shoes with the contact, but a late whistle. As Nas Houston chance to get on the scoring sheet, chance at 1-and-1. Houston high arcing shot is in for Nas. So welcome to the score sheet and the game. Nas Houston, first points for him. Chance at 2 to double it. And he does not back heel, but an offensive board by Jason Matthews gets it over to Houston, who's hit from behind. Floaters up, rattles, and in. So in 2 possessions, Nas Houston with a point and a bucket to get on the scoring sheet. Trailing by 19 now. Back the other way comes Logan Rembrish, who kicks it over to John Gaffney. Drives in, gets his own miss. Makes some space, and Gaffney able to get that in and cut the lead down to 17, 35 seconds to play. Some pressure defense late. This guy's getting some run, trying to get some sweat too. As Career Academy keeps possession, Yates will inbound it. Into the backcourt now to Williams. Williams crosses the timeline, met by a double team. It's stolen by Rembrish, who drives in and gets the deuce. So Logan Rembrish, first bucket of the day and first points for him, 17 seconds to play. So the score not reflective of the dominating defensive performance that Career Academy put on today. As now Career Academy in no rush to run out the clock. 2-1, and that will do it. Shot will not count. Career Academy wins this one, running away 82-67 over the visiting St. Paul Catholic Falcons. Leading scorer on the day for both teams, Jamie Leggett, in a losing effort, 35 points to lead all scorers. Second leading scorer, John Gaffney, got a couple late buckets to get him that spot for the Falcons. On the other end, the victorious Waterbury Career Academy Spartans, led by led by Drew Williams with 24. Zaire Lott second in command with 21. Jason Kennedy 19. Sonny Pierce with 14. Carlos Cali and Carmelo Mojica, the two big men, with 2 points respectively to round out the scoring for the Spartans. But the Spartans, with the home win, continue their hot streak late here in the season as they get ready for postseason play, which is just around the corner, although you could not tell by looking outside at the snow coming down. But 82-67, Career Academy on top. This was Waterbury High School basketball on DET Sports Media signing off. This is Dave Woodruff. We'll see you next time for the playoffs.